December 4th, 1872, the Atlantic Ocean. The brigantine Dei Gracia spots a ship, adrift.
It's sailing erratically, its sails in tatters, as if piloted by a ghost.
It left New York just a month before them. Why is it here? Why is it silent?
A boarding party is sent. When their boots hit the deck, they find nothing.
No crew, no captain, not a single living soul.
The captain of the Dei Gracia knows that ship. It's the Mary Celeste.
To understand what happened, we must go back 1 month. To the day she sailed.
Her captain was Benjamin Briggs, a respected, pious man.
He was joined by his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia. Their cargo, 1,101 barrels of raw, industrial alcohol. On November 7th, 1872, the Mary Celeste sailed into history. For 2 weeks, the voyage was routine. The ship's log shows normal progress.
We can imagine his wife, Sarah, playing the ship's harmonium.
The last log entry, November 25th, past Santa Maria Island. All was fine.
And then, for 9 days, silence.
The boarding party found the ship in disarray, but it was a strange disarray.
The cargo was untouched. The crew's personal belongings still in their chests.
This was no pirate attack. There were no signs of violence.
But the most crucial clue, the ship's single lifeboat, was gone.
And the navigation tools, the chronometer and sextant, were also taken.
They had abandoned a perfectly seaworthy ship. It made no sense.
The first, most sensational theory. A brutal pirate attack.
Desperate men storming the deck in the dead of night, looking for plunder.
But this theory quickly unravels. There was no blood, no signs of a struggle.
And the valuable cargo remained untouched. This was no robbery. A creature from an unknown world, wrapping the ship in its embrace.
Yet, the ship was not destroyed. It was found sailing, virtually unharmed.
My analysis of the hull shows no external damage. This theory is illogical. The truth, it seems, lay not with monsters, but with the ship's very cargo. 1,701 barrels of raw alcohol.
Leaks were common. The fumes, heavier than air, would fill the lower decks, building to an invisible threat.
A single spark from a lantern, or even a boot striking a nail,
could trigger a terrifying, silent explosion of highly flammable gas.
An explosion, not catastrophic, but powerful enough to terrify the crew.
They would immediately suspect the entire cargo of alcohol was about to ignite.
Sir! Abandon ship!
They took the lifeboat and the essential navigation tools. They intended to return.
The bilge pump was disassembled, perhaps to ventilate the hold and prevent more explosions.
They would have waited for the fumes to disperse, for the danger to pass. But the weather changed. A sudden squall, or perhaps a swift current.
The two ships were separated. The Mary Celeste sailed on, empty.
This cinematic visualization is the most probable explanation for the enduring mystery.
The Mary Celeste was sailed to Gibraltar by the Dei Gracia's crew.
But this was not an end. It was the beginning of an Admiralty inquiry.
The captain of the Dei Gracia was suspected would actually play of foul play.
The Mary Celeste sailed again, but she was unlucky. A cursed ship.
In 1885, her last captain deliberately ran her aground in Haiti for insurance money.
But the ship refused to sink. A final, stubborn act of defiance.
Captain Briggs, his wife, and his daughter were never seen again.
They remain lost to unseen history.